Hi YouTube! Hey, today I'm having a look at this, which I borrowed off my pal. This is a Sonicake Sonic Boom Sonicbar. It's like a multi-effects unit for bass, but look at the size of it, it's pure tiny. So on it it's got an octave, a preamp, a fuzz and a boost / compressor. It's got a DI, an XLR out on it, a normal out, a normal in and an effects loop. I need to look it up, find out exactly how the effects loop sits in it, you know, whereabouts in the chain it goes, but it's got one. Yeah, so my plan was to normally do the pedal videos, have it up there, but this is too big to sort of fit in there, so you're just gonna have to sort of look at that and I'll tell you what it is I'm touching on. I've not touched any of the knobs, and this is all my pal. He's got his own, he just started up his YouTube channel. I was talking about it the other day. That's yep. And so he let me this before he started his channel, so I want to try and do this video before I have to give it back to him. I'd imagine he'll be doing a much more in-depth view of it. I'm just really just giving it a wee bit of a blast to see what it does. Out. Right. And we don't have power. Why don't we have power? There we do. We got power. I don't think there seems to be a slightly wobbly power input on it. I wonder if it's dirty. Or maybe my adapter's gone. Maybe not, it's not exactly the right size, that may be the problem. Come on. It was working 2 seconds ago. There we go. Right, we're on. Cool. So I'm going to use my Washburn Force 8. A wee bit of setup time there. I've been messing about with trying to get. I've placed the mic over there now, and it's now on a shock mount. So hopefully the bass is actually going to come through properly now. I was messing about. I'm going to try and do the picture-in-picture thing, where I've got like a wee picture down there with showing the pedals. I can't quite work it out. It's like I spent an hour at it, and I just kind of get fed up. So I'm just going to do a quick video as it is. So. Washburn Force 8, which I don't think I've actually ever done a video on yet. I think I did when I bought it, but not since I did any research on it. I know what it is and I've started playing it. So hopefully the mic, now that it's shock mount, now been over there, is now picking up the bass quite good. Right, so I'm going to press fuzz, which lights up red. There's a tone there, there's a sustain, there's a volume. I put the sustain right up, does that make it more fuzzy? Also got an octave, which I've never really used on a bass. I very rarely use any effects, only since I started doing the Sabbath band. I actually started using the fuzz. I do actually have my Toneworks Korg thing, which I basically bought for 1 fuzz, 2 tuner, 3 a wah-wah for NIB. It probably does these things. So this is me just kind of messing about. These are the settings that were actually already on it. My pal Buster, I will put a link to his YouTube channel down below. Was absolutely raving about this thing. Tell me I've got to get one, I should really get one, and then he bought another amp, a wee TC Electronics amp that you can kind of program with your phone, proper sci-fi stuff, which kind of does all these things actually in the amp, so he doesn't need this pedal anymore. So I put the octave on. That's what you messing about with the dry. Ah, okay. So it'll be octave 2, will be the, then octave 1. I'm not sure I like octave pedals. I think maybe when it goes down the way, you're into sort of the territory where you can't really hear it when you go an octave lower than, you know, your open E. It's kind of, it works quite well up here in version. That and the fuzz at the same time. So I'm not a super fan of octave pedals. I do have an octave bass. That goes an octave up the way, though, not an octave down the way. I do like the fuzz on this, it's really good. There's also a preamp, so I'll go back to, this is it off, the whole pedal off. Preamp on, which is volume, gain, bass, mid and treble, so it's like just an EQ preamp type thing. I have to say it does actually sound better with the preamp on than it does bypassed. Turn that off, then there's a boost compressor. Okay, so it's turn the boost down a little bit. Wonder if my mic's managing to put that, because it's basically making the whole room vibrate up at that volume. That and the fuzz. Why is my amp not plugged in? My amp wasn't plugged in, there you go. like turning on octave, preamp, fuzz and boost. These things light up, so we get lots of lights on now and see what it sounds like with a lot on. Bass in the house is quite difficult. It just sounds better the louder you turn it up, but then everything starts shaking. Sounds really good, And the rest, I mean, I was already tainted against it anyway, because if you've seen my 1 or 2 ever videos before of doing like a multi-effects unit, I just don't get on with them. But I mean, it's for gigability. I mean, it's tiny and it does sound really good. It's just octave. I have no requirement, or I don't want an octave, basically. The preamp, yes, I can see it like being more used to it. I don't know if you're. I don't know. I mean, the only band I play bass in is the Sabbath band, so it's like I just have that thing up at full bung and just play it. That I'm not that. I'm the same with the guitar amps as well. I don't really, although I do have some pedals on the floor. Really, I use a distortion pedal, or in this case, I often use like I've got sort of maybe 2 or 3 set up with a sort of slightly lighter distortion sound, and then a sort of slightly heavier distortion sound, and a fuzz kind of thing, which you could pretty much do with the fuzz thing. But for the fuzz, which is a sound that I like on the bass anyway, most definitely, and the boost and stuff. For as these things are great, and I just don't think you could really sell me on the world's best octave pedal, the world's best preamp, which I don't really need. There are obviously situations where these things are great. Not really any use to me, so it's a bit of a strange review. I'm looking forward to seeing what Buster does with it, because he's actually into this sort of thing. It's one of these things that, you know, you kind of, when he said, "Do you want a shot of this to do a video of?" and I was like, yeah. That was a couple of weeks ago, and it's I'd kind of, before even hearing it, I kind of decided I don't like multi-effects, you know. So, if it's your thing, I think it seems to be a really good quality. Actually, it gave me a wah-wah pedal with it as well. I might try and do a video. I might play that Metallica song, the one that I like, on the black bass, which is kind of like that one. Using this and the wah-wah and see what happens. Yeah, so hopefully the mic's working better now. I've had one of my pals help me troubleshoot why it was buzzing so much, so hopefully it's distorted and fuzzy, yes, but only through the pedal as opposed to in the room and on the mic. So rock on.